So, what's up, bro? What do you want to say?
Like and subscribe.
I should give Keegan a kiss on YouTube. Everyone's gonna see that. Hey guys, it is a Monday morning. We are back here at the 40 acres. It's been a while since we've been here, so I just want to give you guys an update. We've had a lot of rain, and it's supposed to be raining for the rest of the week. Sun's out right now, so it's somewhat pretty. Got Crawford in the car yelling at me. I wanted to try to have a little bit more stuff done here at the 40 acres in the tiny home village / community. We're really kind of at a standstill right now. We've had the cabinet guy put in our first unit, which you guys have seen. They've since done the second unit and they've done the third unit. And so we need to check on the fourth and fifth unit, but I don't think they have any cabinets in there. So we had all our trenching done. We had all the electric conduit put inside that. We had Jace, our dirt guy, come out Saturday and he got it all filled in before we really started getting that rain. I think we got a little bit of rain that day, and then it, of course, rained quite a bit yesterday, being Sunday. So I'm very happy he was able to get out here with the skid steer and get everything covered up. So we can come out here and take a look at it.
Make me work, make me sweat inside, make me feel like I'm alive. Take this hurt, lady, throw it in my face. Don't let these bones slow you down. 'Cause I'm coming on strong. The grass should have looked greener. I need a true believer in disguise. I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
As you guys had seen before, this was a big trench here, and now, as you can tell, it's all covered in. Don't get too muddy, bud. So let's walk this way, and we'll check out the rest of the trenching. This was stressing me out quite a bit because we had this big trench, and we spent a lot of money on the conduit, way more than I thought we were going to spend, and it was in the trench all opened up, and so we had to, I wanted to get it covered up pretty much before we just had too much rain and it started falling in on itself. So yeah, take a look at it. Check out my shoes. Pretty muddy, which we're not scared of the mud. We just don't want to get messy. Let's keep walking through and see what else we can see. Yeah, as you can tell right there, just got a ton of the trench it's all covered up. Sorry, it's like a squirrel moment here. Squirrel! Look down there at the pond. We're gonna go take a look at it. You can see where it's kind of flowing into it. All the water's coming off this hillside. It's got a little bit of stream that's flowing into the pond, and it's been going over the spillway. We had to knock down the spillway a little bit. Jace had to go down there and let the spillway out a little bit because the spillway was a little high. It's probably as high as the dam, and we anticipated the dam coming up when we start the big pond. But yeah, I love seeing this. It's all covered up. Like I said, they had the skid steer on this. It's all nice and nice and smoothed out. So I got with the septic system, aerobic system guy. I told you guys this before, but we're doing like a true septic system. This soil is so sandy, we can get away with a true septic system. We don't have to mess with the aerobic system with the pump and the sprinklers and all that. It'll be a true septic system. All 6 of these will get tied in, and down below where that wood pile's at, I'm imagining it'd probably be where the tank's at, and then we'll shoot out lateral lines as needed. Cleared all this land out, and starting to grow back up, so we need to get out here and get to mowing and brush hogging so we can stay on top of it so it doesn't get out of control again. I love seeing all this covered up. That's huge. We just passed the first unit. Second unit had cabinets in it. Here's the third unit. We got cabinets in there. Now that we have the electric conduit line underground, we went about 24 to 36 inches. We got the septic system. This is the sewer line that comes from the house, and it shoots straight out, and we'll have the septic system guy come in. He'll shoot the drain line straight out and go to the tanks down there in the lateral line. So we'll have 6 lines, 1 line leaving each unit, being a total of 6 going down to that 1 tank. So that'll be cool. But yeah, as you can tell, we've got the cabinets in the third unit. I think in our first unit, the way they did the cabinets, we were off a little bit. The stove I wanted to center with the sink, so we'll have to go back and look at that, but I think they were adjusting that and fixing that. But as you can tell, we got the window, got the kitchen sink, then we got the stove here. And then I wanna have the granite guys come out. I think we're gonna do a material, it's like a quartz. It comes like in a 2 centimeter, which is about 1 inch pretty much, 3/4 to 1 inch. And then they got the 3 centimeter, which I mean, it almost looks like an inch and a half, but I think it's like a little shy inch and a quarter. So they'll come out and measure, but really, I can't have them measure the first 3 units. I need all the base cabinets in so they can measure all 6 at once, because each unit's a little bit different. I mean, we may be an inch off here, 3 inches off there, and so it's not just one size fits all. They got to come out and specifically measure each unit. So we'll go look at the 4th unit, but I'm almost positive it's not installed. Crawford, how was Madeline doing? Madeline said, I'm gonna stay in the car because I don't want to get muddy. I said, okay. Sounds good, sister. Man, I didn't expect it, but we don't have cabinets in the 4th unit. Huh, but look straight down through there. You see that contraption with the conduit coming up? That's where Encore is gonna run their line through, and they're gonna have a meter there. From that point, we'll bring in wiring to each unit. So we got 1 meter. I didn't want to separately meter each unit because, I mean, we're covering the electricity bill as it is. If I was separately renting each unit as a long-term rental and I wanted the tenants to pay for the electricity, yeah, that would have been ideal to go ahead and separately meter them. But we're covering the electricity, the water, all that good stuff, because it is a short-term rental like we talked about before. We'll be putting it through AirBnB, and so just 1 meter, and that'll save us some money from a monthly expense. But yeah, I'm excited to see this. Get the electrician back over here. He'll start putting in finishing the breaker boxes. This one doesn't have a breaker box. Look at that one. See how it doesn't have a breaker box? So the electrician will have to come back, throw that in. Honestly, once that's in, Encore is gonna run our electricity to the meter, and then we'll run individual lines to each unit, and we'll have electricity from that point in time. So again, we're a little bit of a standstill until we get all the cabinets in. Cabinets go in, we can start the painting, but we can't paint until cabinets are in. But there's a few things like the electric we can be working on. Now, if we get our sewer systems put in, our septic system, we can kind of finish the outside as far as finishing our grade and starting to get some sod down. We're getting into summertime now, so it'll be good to get some sod and take advantage of all this rain, because as you can tell, the rain kind of hits this dirt and slowly it's gonna erode this dirt, and so we wanna protect that, and we'll protect that by getting some sod on it. So let's go jump in the car. Guys, y'all wanna go mudding? Let's go check out where the meter's gonna go, and let's go look at the pond and see if we can not get stuck.
There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
Madeline, you're on YouTube.
They sing on a sleepless night.
Yo, hang on.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Hang on to your underfoot. Hang on to your underfoot. You're not buckled. Yeah, this is the form they put up. So I'm guessing this is where Encore comes in at and puts the meter in right here. And then I think they're gonna do like a concrete pad. I think it's like a 5x5 concrete pad. And this is where, like I said, the meter comes in, and then we shoot off all our electricity over to the unit. So what we're driving on right now, you can tell this is where skid steer has come through here and has cleared all this out right here. Not cleared it, but I guess smoothed it out. So they filled the trench up, got it all smoothed out, all packed in. We're driving sideways, guys. I don't know if I should be making a mess on this. Jason's gonna be like, man, I just cleaned all that up for you, now you're making a mess. So this is gonna be where our meter comes in at for our house in the future. So our house goes up there on the hill. So we got 1 meter for our place, and then we got 1 meter for the tiny home unity. You guys let me know what you think. I get a lot of people saying, why are you calling this a community? A community is like where you have families that come in and like they grow gardens and like live off the land, and most of this is on TikTok. I'm getting a lot of this trash talking, which I guess is expected for TikTok. But I thought about calling it the tiny home village. Yes, this is a investment. Like, I am renting these out on a short-term basis. And so, do I need to call it a tiny home community, a tiny home village? You guys let me know what you think. And then I'll start calling it a tiny home village. You can see where they crossed the road at right there. Looks like they may have a little bit more covering up to do. That'd be fun if we got stuck, huh? All this grass is up. I'm loving seeing this grass. It's coming in really well. You guys hang on. You want to go look at the pond?
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts? What are you talking about, boy? Now we just got to get back up this hill. You can tell we're literally going over the spillway. So Jace came through here with the skid steer after we had a few rains, and he saw how close it was getting to the dam. And what he did is he probably took down the spillway 12 inches. Well, and you can see where the water's coming out through the spillway. You see that erosion? This is a very, very small scale of what was happening on our 17-acre pond. At our 17 acres, we'd get a big rain, and we didn't have any vegetation. As you can see right here, there's no vegetation. And so when the water comes through, it erodes the soil, and it drops the level of the pond as the spillway goes down. In this case, that's really good, because the point of a spillway is to keep the water from going over your dam. Because if water goes over the dam, that's where you're much more likely to have the dam wash out. If water, like over there, if it went over another 3-4 inches, it would start overflowing over the dam, and it would have created an erosion like this. When the pond fills up, it would go over the dam, and it's gonna erode. So again, this is cool to see this on a very, very, very small scale compared to what our 17-acre pond did. And I'm bringing all this up because I did an episode previously, guys, on our 4-acre pond at the 17 acres we had a lot of issues with. So Jason came out and he fixed the spillway like this, and then we put down a lot of Bermuda and sod and what we call vegetation to help with erosion, so you don't have erosion. But yeah, it's cool to see this. It's full. I think about a week or two ago, it had gotten really close to going over the spillway, and as you can tell, like, it's going really, really slow, but we're literally bringing in water off the hill right now. It's coming in, and then we're going out the spillway here. So this pond's a little bit smaller than what the final product's gonna be, but when we go to build the big pond back over there, all that's gonna be, we're hoping, another 4 or 5 acre pond potentially. And so when we're sealing all the dirt out of that, we're gonna come across here and we're gonna build up this dam. This dam, I mean, I'll have to talk to Jace, but it's probably gonna come up another 3-4 foot. And the spillway, probably going to stay right about here. It may come up like a foot or so, because you always want your dam to be 2 or 3 foot taller than your spillway, because that's not good. You don't want your water that close to the dam. I'm not really worried about it right now because it is a really small pond and water is going through the spillway. It's doing what it's supposed to do. So here in the next month or so, we'll start addressing this, start building up the dam, and the pond will get a little bit bigger. This is just a little bitty pond that we want down here that our guests up in the tiny homes, which you can see back up there, they can come down here and they can come swimming or come fishing, whatever. We'll put a little dock out. And I know this doesn't look like a fun swimming pond right now. It looks really muddy and dirty, but as spring and summer's coming in, we're gonna have some vegetation take. We'll keep this mowed, and so that's gonna help with the dirt and everything washing in. So it should be a much, much cleaner pond once we get everything done the way we want it. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Y'all saw the tiny homes up there. We got more cabinets in. We got our electric coming in. We got our ponds filling up. We got our conduit fixed. So hopefully Encore will be coming in here this week, next week, and bringing our electricity. And hopefully we will get our aerobic septic system guy out here and start putting that in. But they'd said we're supposed to have like 6-7 days of rain. So this should just be a messy week. But you can see the sun's out now, so we'll see what the rest of the week brings us. But you guys let me know what you think. Until next time, peace.
There's dirt on my